Looks like stream dropped really quick there, and it's back. Hey, I. Okay, but basically, I can't fight Smarag yet. I'm a little too weak for that. But yeah, for me, whenever I see those videos and those parents just like forcing their kids to sit on Santa's lap and everything, even though it terrifies them. Like, I just feel bad for those kids. Which, yeah, actually, my grandfather, through, basically by blood, he is actually a professional Santa. Like, I think he actually gave me a copy of, like, a card that he was given 1 year, like, when he was employed for it. Which is so funny. Oh, yeah. I think it is kind of cool when people actually go through the right channels and everything in order to do that at places. Which is basically they just have to ask the store for permission to show up in said costume. Some don't and get escorted out. Which is always interesting, but yeah. I find it cool when I see people who actually do that. Because it's a way to kind of just more or less normalize it and remove some of the stigmas. is just to kind of just do normal shit in the suit. But yeah. But yeah. By the way, that must have been interesting. What? Why is that flagged? What the? Excuse me. What? What is with what? That's not misogyny. Automata is so weird. Automata is so weird. That's why it, marks it, I guess. Well, I guess Automata is trained by how people are now. What do you mean still? Like, I'd never heard about these weird issues with it before I started using it. That wasn't horrible. I believe the term you're looking for is sexist. Ah. Hey, it can't be as bad as YouTube was and still kind of is about anything referring to the virus. It's like you can't freaking talk about it. Or you get completely demonetized. Thing is, I don't have a profanity filter on. I just let people moderate themselves with that, and if they get too bad, then I time them out. That's true. Which, you know how, yesterday when I was playing near Automata, how just all of a sudden there was that weird thing with that Play Store robot, right? And it started into that section for that ending. So, for that, like, 10 seconds of music that ended up playing, which I ended up skipping it so I wouldn't have any issues with copyright, my video is not allowed to be showed in certain countries.
I told thee that I possess, or have you come was my
So it's
other.
like, I'm trimming that segment out.
That I, or have you come was my other. I told I possess, or have you come was my other.
Because turns out, that's one of, like, the heaviest copyrighted songs in Japan. Why they threw it into a game, I don't know.
Thank goodness. I'm still looking. It's not easy. It's all a bit much for me.
Well, I took you no matter it. Lay out, you're up. The girl you bought, she's cracked. She has it. I saw her in her eye.
Yep. Okay. Strengthen. I don't have enough threes. Of course not. I thought I was picking up nothing but threes. What? Oh, I picked up a bunch of twos and a couple of threes and a four. Okay. And you know how YouTube is, where even though quite literally the law on copyright is 30 seconds, they say, oh, you had 5 to 10 seconds? Sorry, just some of the dumb things they copyright.
Aye, I wonder if he's in his study. Father, I'm sure told.
Which, from Nier on its own, with, you know, the soundtrack in the game, being all music made for the game except for that one song. But yeah, for that, like, that's a full-blown music company and everything. I'm not fighting that. I'm just getting rid of that segment. Oh yeah, you can make music on YouTube, and if it just sounds... Like, you can put a song that you made up, and if any of it sounds remotely similar to any other song, you can get flagged. The thing is, first they'll flag you, then you have a choice to either mute the section where that music is, fight it, or cut that section out. What do you mean? Same song provider for a different beat? Like, if you just take the beat from it and go over top it, but without the original lyrics, that is copyright infringement. Because you're quite literally using their music that they made, still while changing it, sure, but you're using their music to make money. Like, that's where the difference is. As far as like cover songs go and stuff like that, that is a very complex system. I like to be able to do that. And not have issues. Is this? I know there's a thing around here. Why can't I find it? Ah, it's further over. There's the mine. That's what I was looking for. Right, this is the crystal mine. Oh, okay. So the thing is, that depends if the company copyrighted that beat. Like that specific one. Because people have had issues with that in the past. Where all of a sudden they have this. And then, like they've been doing stuff with it forever. Then the company figures out that they used their beat for it. Like specifically the one beat for beat, exactly theirs. There have been some musicians that have gotten caught up in stuff like that. And, they pretty much lost their careers to it. Because they weren't careful. Like, when it comes to anything, including, like, to do with copyright, you have to look at every single angle. And because I would have to do that to even try and think of allowing that song to be in it without me getting, like, some heavy, heavy restrictions. And if not restrictions, actually getting sued. So yeah, when it comes to actual legal stuff like that, no. I am staying as far away from that as I can. The thing is, Stunt, it depends on how the company has it copyrighted. And if they have it copyrighted. If there are no copyrights attached to it whatsoever, you can do whatever you want with it. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff with it. Which, right now I do not have the mental capacity to go through every facet of it. Which is why I tend to avoid that crap if I can in the first place. But yeah, say for something like this, for this game, the way that the license and agreements are is, like, I believe as long as it is actual gameplay and you're talking over it, stuff like that, like a way to actually transform it, or, you know, it being your specific gameplay, which is why I'll randomly do, like, certain erratic movements, is to kind of like differentiate it from other people who play it, so it can't just be taken from like some similar one and saying that I'm just doing a voiceover over top of it. Again, for some stuff, it's really just you have to give credit to the copyright holders, because that's how they have it written. But yeah, it's very, very complicated. Which, you tend to learn a lot of copyright stuff when you know artists. Like, if you know artists, story writers, or game developers or anything, you tend to learn about this stuff because it is very annoying to get set up. But, yeah. And this isn't something I'm gonna complain about, but I'm... Like, for me, when I do make a lot of... when I do make friends with a few people that have those types of professions and stuff, I generally am always like, hey, you can come to me if you just need to vent and talk about stuff. And oh, if you tell someone that when they're going through copyright stuff, oh, you get what you ask for. You get a lot of venting. But yeah. Ooh, ooh. Oh my gosh. My character's feet touched the side of that long enough for it to not continue the fall damage. I got really lucky. I got really lucky. And this should be the first Crystallian, which shouldn't be an issue. Yep. Because I'm using a blunt weapon. Bop, 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 bop. Usually a very annoying enemy unless you use a blunt weapon. Torches are blunt weapons. Okay. Ooh, is that enough for 9? I need 4 and 6, so I need 10. I have 10 exactly. Ooh, nice! That's 2 upgrades.
A pleasure to thank goodness. I'm still looking. It's not easy. I don't believe. If I do, I suppose I'll ask my certainly.
But yeah, there's a lot of stuff to it, which... yeah. Which I did have to learn a bit of it for what I have to say whenever I'm... like, if I get falsely copyright accused over stuff on YouTube. Like, for say, with background music in the game. There's very specific rules around it, and the thing is, a lot of these bots, they don't abide by the rules. And just immediately throw basically a cease on anyone who has anything to do with any part of, like, ugh. It's a lot. And yeah, it can be very annoying. Oh yeah? What's he streaming? Cool. It's nice when you actually have some spending money for once. Okay. Ow! Apparently those things can hurt you from dropping to the ground. Oh, that sucks. Woo. Woo. Jeez, I forgot that Smarug is so strong against fire. Huh. Stunt. You better be joking. What? Excuse me. Why'd Discord bing? Oh my gosh, I went into... Streamer mode randomly got disabled. It was a live notification for one of the channels that I'm in. But yeah, one thing I do before I go live is I've found like 6 or 7 other Discords aside from my own that allow self-promotion. which I make sure to post in. So yeah, I do my damnedest to try and get the word out about this channel, but yeah. It's interesting. Stunt, didn't you just pop in randomly because you saw me playing a game?
Well, I presume. Oh, I am an old, so perhaps you.
And I think other than Spy, who kind of popped in from similar circumstances, yeah, I think the only two people, like you and Spy, really, popped in without seeing me posting stuff and other stuff. You just ended up randomly finding me. And aside from a couple of my close friends, you're really the only ones who are the most commonly in here. And for those friends, it's only whenever they have time now because they're pretty swamped with stuff.